Okay, here we go. Turning what used to be kind of a hybrid Walstad tank into more of a Walstad tank. 20 gallon I used for my sparkling gouramis. Bit of a mess. Done this more than a few times. I didn't drain all the water out of it. There's still some in there, but I got a good idea how much I'm going to need. And the rest of the water that I had taken out, I have set aside so I can add some more old tank water back in if I need to. So I used to sift all my soil. I don't do that anymore. What I've just dumped in was straight out of the bag. I just made sure I broke it up real good, and then I'm going to add sifted soil in with it. Not real sure how much I'm gonna need. I'll figure that out as I'm going along. And now that I've put the soil in, I'm just gonna stir it around. Put some water into it. As it soaks up the water, I'll start working any air out of it. By the time I'm done, it's gonna have a mud-like consistency. Not the quickest process in the world, but it does work. At least it works for me. That's going to take a few minutes, so I'm just going to pause it for a few minutes so I can really get in here. Stir it up good. I'll start this back up in a second. Okay, I got most of the water mixed in. I'm going to add a little bit more soil. Like I said, I got the old tank water sitting in the bucket beside me. So, add a little bit more soil, a little bit more water, turns off a bit. Like I said, I'm looking for consistency that's mud. So I used to sift all my soil. I don't do it anymore. I'll sift some, not all of it. The way I look at it, everything in here is organic. The perlite is naturally a recurring mineral. And the wood itself, as it decomposes, is just going to be another carbon source for the plants. Now I have kind of hard water. It's like 7.8 out of the tap. My early tanks, I had issues with the pH really climbing high. Like it wasn't strange to see 8.2 or higher, which I chalked that up to not removing the perlite, so I'm leaving minerals in, and I already have fairly hard water. So it was just pushing the pH even higher, making the water even harder. That's when I started sifting my soil, removing the wood, removing the perlite. Eventually I realized there's a different way I could go about doing this. I started using fluval stratum. A thin layer of it between the soil and gravel. What I found was the stratum will help absorb some of the excess minerals that are going to be released by the perlite. My pH stayed stable, and I got better growth. Those extra minerals don't seem to really affect anything as long as you can keep it under control. The stratum helps keep it under control. And really I have little to no algae issues with any of my tanks. Except for one, but that's a different story. So generally I go for right around an inch of soil. This isn't going to be quite an inch, but I have another tank I need to do that I'm going to be using all sifted soil for. So what I have, this is what I have in here is what I have to work with. Fuse up everything I have, which is making things interesting with how many businesses are closed now. For soil, I just use Mercuro organic potting mix. That's what I have available to me in the town we live in. It works. A large bag for $7. And I can do many tanks out of a large bag. So there's going to be basically my soil layer. Not the neatest person in the world when I do this. Basically what I'm looking for is an knuckle depth. That's where I am right now. That's how deep it is. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to pause this for a second. I'll show the soil real quick so you can get an idea of the consistency I'm looking for. So that's what I want. You're going to see a bit of water just starting to pool. And the soil itself is fairly soft and spongy. Then I just level it all out. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, now I'm back. Just had to get some things moved and straightened away again. So, little stratum, I cheat a little bit. What I took out of the tank has a lot of stratum still in it, which is going to go back into the tank, so I'm not going to put as much as I normally would, but I am going to just sprinkle some around on top of the soil just to make a little buffer barrier. Helps keep the soil in place a little bit. And like I said, it's going to help control the mineral release from the perlite. Not saying this is going to work for everybody, but this is what works for me. So I did not a lot, 4 or 5 handfuls. Considering it's a 20-gallon tank, that really isn't much. So here we go. I'm going to start replacing my old substrate. And start skimming it off. I took it out this morning and just set it aside. in a container full of tank water. I want to retain as much bacteria as I can in the gravel. But I'm not looking for any nitrifying bacteria. The bacteria I want are the bacteria that are going to convert gases that are released by excessive oxygen in the soil. And in case there's any anaerobic pockets, the hydrogen sulfide, I'm after the bacteria that will convert that into carbon dioxide. I'm setting this tank up to be filterless, so nitrifying bacteria is relevant to me, since essentially my plants are going to be my filtration. And use up the ammonia. This is not going to be a pretty looking tank in any way, shape, or form. And in all honesty, I don't care. My wife is fine with things I do, for the most part. Not going for any kind of aquascaping look. I've got a big chunk of spider wood that I may put in here later on, as in later on today when I start planting, which won't be till late this afternoon because I have to get a lot of plants ready. Basically right now I'm just setting the base for what's to come. And just showing a few people who may be interested and curious of some of the things I do. How I get the tank started. So, for the most part, that's going to be it until later on today. Once I'm finished getting my gravel in, I'm going to probably fill the tank about halfway with fresh water. After I do my planting, I'll do a water change. This gravel wasn't clean. I don't clean it up when I remove it. I rinse it a little bit in the tank with the tank water itself, and that is about the extent of what I do to clean the gravel when I redo a tank. Like I said, I'm looking to keep as much of the bacteria that are going to do the gas conversions as I can. And there you go, that's what it do. That's a 20-gallon tank, ready to go. So, that's it for now. I'll be back later on this afternoon.